Hey gang, Sam Ward here, and we are continuing our series called Good Questions. And we're learning that asking good questions, better questions, the right question is more important than knowing the quote-unquote right answer. Professor in college, Jim O'Donnell, was the first one who really articulated that for me. I was sitting in class and he said, from this point on, it's more important to ask good questions. Up until now, you've had to know the right answer for the test, but from here on out, it's more important to ask the right question, the better question, the good question. So that's what we're talking about, some questions that I've had to ask in my life. So last week we talked about, is God for me? In the midst of a cancer diagnosis, is God for me? And as I told you, God sent me exactly what I needed at that moment, and it was my own Clint Eastwood. That's right, Clint Eastwood. This week, I want to tell you a story about skiing. We decided that, and this is a little bit down the road, we decided that we needed to teach our daughter how to ski. And so we went to the most important place for skiing, the mecca of skiing in the United States. That's right, Brown County, Southern Indiana. There is a little ski resort down there. They make all of their own snow, obviously, but we happened to be there. We tacked on this extra day to ski, and we spent the day on the slopes teaching Eliana pizza and French fries. If you want to stop, you put your skis in this position, pizza. And if you want to go, you put your skis in this position, French fries. We spent the whole day on the bunny slopes and then the greens. We got to dinner, and I said, hey gang, I think after dinner, they're having this time of night skiing with the big lights. We're going to do a green/blue. It'll be exciting. It'll be the last slope before we head back to the hotel. Let's do it. Okay. What I didn't know is about the time we got back on the slopes and the big lights turned on, a whole fleet of buses pulled up at the lodge. And all of these college students from a large state university down south that shall remain nameless, but whose colors are red and white, poured out of the bus. You might think, oh, well, it was probably the ski club or something like that. No, these students were there just for fun on a Friday night, and they had no idea how to ski, but that didn't stop them. So we're on the slope, and it's as if we were in a war zone. There are bodies falling everywhere, people zooming past us. Ah! Ah! Kaboo, kaboo, kaboo. It's total carnage. Total carnage. We're just trying to survive to make it down to the end of the slope. We get down to the end of the green slope, and I look to my right as it turns, and oh no, this is the blue part. The slope went straight down. That's what I remember anyway. I look back, and I could see Sarah was nervous, and Eliana was terrified. I said, Eliana, look at me. This is what we're going to do. You are going to go first because Daddy is going to be right behind you. I'm going to be talking the whole way. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Mom's behind me. All you have to do is listen for my voice. So see that tree over there? We're going for the tree across the slope, not down the slope. Here we go. I'm right behind her. She's doing great, even as people are whizzing past us. Honey, you're doing great. Keep going. You're almost there. Get ready for pizza and stop. All right. Good job. We all made it. Now we're going that way. See that bush over there? That's where we're going. Okay. Let's do it. Eliana, you're doing great. And we're going down. Eliana, don't worry about that moron. You're doing great. Keep going. Listen to me. It's okay. We get to the bush. We turn. I said, okay, we're halfway down. Let's go this way. So we're headed across the hill, and somebody clips her. Bam! And she panics. She turns her skis downhill and starts to just bomb it as fast as she can. She just wants to get out of there. I turn and I try to catch her to help her. I can't catch her. She gets to the bottom. She crashes because she's going too fast. I fall down next to her and I say, honey, are you okay? She says, yes. I said, why did you stop listening to me? And she looked up at me and she said, Dad, I got scared. How many of us in those moments of chaos in life, when life doesn't make sense, when it seems like bodies are falling all over the place, people are whizzing past us, do we stop listening to our Father's voice? The truth is, I'm no different than Eliana, and Eliana is no different than the disciples who were in the boat with Jesus on the Sea of Galilee when a huge storm came up. You remember the story in the book of Mark and also in Matthew? Waves everywhere. Jesus is actually sleeping in the stern of the boat, and they wake him up. Master, we're going to die. He stands up and he says, quiet, be still. And they ask another question. Who is this? So many times in the midst of the chaos, we stop listening for the voice of, who is this? Jesus, God, the one who can still the waves. He can handle any chaos that's happening in your life right now, any hardship that you're facing in your life right now. But we ignore the words that he's given us. We ignore the voice, the Holy Spirit, that little voice that's right behind us saying, this is the way, walk in it. Listen, this is the way, walk in it. Many times, it's not about having the right answer, but asking in the midst of chaos, am I listening to my Father's voice?